Hello and welcome to the game where it's not just about finding the right answer, it's about finding the best answer that counts. We've got 4 contestants ready to play. They are Samantha, Christy, Sean and Nicholas. Only one will make it through to the final and prove themselves unbeatable. The first round is the Moneymaker. This is where our contestants can build some cash. This is important for 2 reasons. The top earner secures an advantage in the next round, plus the more cash banked, the bigger the pot to play for in the final. First up, it's Samantha. Hello, Samantha.
Hi, you all right?
I'm well. Where are you from?
I'm from Wigan.
Wigan! God bless Wigan.
I know.
Who's at home cheering you on today?
Oh, I've got the children at home, definitely. My 2-year-old and my 14-year-old daughter as well. So I don't know which one's the hardest work, the teenager or the toddler. It's
I can't imagine you have much spare time. But have you got any hobbies, any interests?
Yeah, I do. I enjoy cooking when I do get a chance, like cooking. I used to own a restaurant as well. I've lived a million lives. I used to own a restaurant.
Good stuff.
I also enjoy writing and writing music and writing stories as well.
Yeah. And have you ever won anything before?
Yeah, I have.
You?
I actually won my wedding on the radio.
Oh, congratulations.
No, they didn't pay for the divorce.
Samantha, if you won some money today, what would you spend it on?
Tempted to go on a really long, spa break for one.
Yeah.
But I'd probably have to take the children on a Disney cruise or something like that. We're a bit of a Disney fanatic kind of family.
All right. So maybe look for some Disney questions today as well.
That'd be good.
All right. Well, let's crack on and see if we can win you some money. Here is how this Moneymaker round works. You're going to get 3 starter questions. Each correct answer is worth £100. Keep an eye on the answers because they're all related, and I'll bring them all back at the end for a big unbeatable question. See if you can guess what connects these answers. Here is your first Moneymaker. What is the first name of the comic book character who has the alias Deadpool? Is it Lloyd or Wade?
I don't know. I think both of those could be Deadpool kind of names. I'm just going to go for Wade.
Wade. All right, let's have a look. Yeah, there you go. Wade Wilson, £100 to start you off. Here's your next question. Which of these is an alcoholic beverage made from fermented pears? Perry or Murray?
I think that's Perry.
Perry. All right, for another £100, let's find out. Yeah, there you go, another £100 there. Let's get your third Moneymaker. Let's see if we get the hat trick. What was the original name of Mickey Mouse? So there you go, we're looking for a Disney question. Mortimer or Mottram?
Let's go for Mortimer.
Mortimer. OK, let's find out. Yeah, there you go. Clean sweep. £300 in your bank. But what could connect all these 6 answers? Let's have a look. Mortimer, Murray, Perry, Lloyd, Wade, Mottram. Any clues in the room? What connects them?
Tennis.
Tennis. Ah, OK.
Oh, yeah.
Let's get your question up then. Let's have a look. Ah, there you go. A British tennis player with which of these surnames has played in the most Grand Slam singles finals? Mortimer, Murray, Perry, Lloyd, Wade, Mottram. Now, one of these answers is unbeatable. If you pick that, it's worth £500. The second answer is worth £400. Third is £300, and so on and so forth to 0. What do you reckon?
I'm going to have to go for Murray. I think that's the one that I know most of all.
Yeah, OK. Let's bring Murray down. Samantha, you've got a decision to make now. If you are suddenly super confident and you reckon Murray is unbeatable, you can press that buzzer. If you're right, it's worth £1,000 to take into the next round. If you're wrong, though, you'll only take in the 300. Your time to decide starts now.
3, 2, 1.
You were looking at it.
I know. I was thinking, if I don't know it, I don't know it, so I might as well go for it, but then I didn't.
No, I spotted that.
Yeah.
OK. Well, look, the maximum that you can win now from Murray is £500 if he is the unbeatable answer. Let's find out. Wow, it was the unbeatable answer. Well done. Let's add that £500 to your bank, but you could have had £1,000 there, Samantha.
I know.
Great start. Let's have a little look how the answers stack up. Andy Murray has been in 11 Grand Slam singles finals. Fred Perry's been in 10. Angela Mortimer's been in 5. Virginia Wade has been in 3. John Lloyd, just the 1. And Buster Mottram, none. OK. Samantha, well done. 800 quid's not bad at all.
Yeah, it's all right.
We'll see you in the next round.
Thank you.
Cheers. Next up, it's Christine. Welcome to the game.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you. Where are you from?
I live in Blythe, Northumberland, but I'm originally from Tynemouth.
OK. And what do you do for a living?
Retired.
Retired. What do you do to fill your days then, Christine?
I like gardening.
Yeah.
And just pottering around my house.
Pottering around your house. Sounds dreamy.
And not clock watching.
Yeah, that's good stuff. If you won some money today, Christine, what would you spend it on?
Garden furniture to enjoy in the summer.
Absolutely lovely. I mean, not many summer days in the northeast, to be fair, but...
Well, there isn't, but I've got a brolly up for the table, so I'll make the most of it.
Perfect, perfect. And who's at home cheering you on today?
My husband, he's at home, and then I have two daughters and their other halves and my grandchildren.
Oh, lovely. All right, well, let's see if we can win you some money. Here is your first starter question. Which of these historical figures was born first? Bismarck or Raleigh?
I shall go with Bismarck.
Bismarck. Let's find out for £100. Ah, it wasn't. So Walter Raleigh was 1552. Otto von Bismarck was 1815. OK, next money-making question. What is the first name of the former Manchester United player whose surname is Depay? Is it Memphis or Dallas?
I would say Dallas.
Dallas. Let's find out. Ah, it's Memphis. Tough on that. Figured out at home what connects these answers? Let's get the last two. Where was the TV sitcom Happy Days set? Milwaukee or Minneapolis? Remember that show?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Classic. The Fonz.
Hey. Milwaukee.
Milwaukee. OK, for £100, let's have a look. Yeah, there we go.
You.
£100 in the bank. OK, but still a chance to go through into the next round in the lead if you are brave enough to hit that unbeatable buzzer. Let's get all 6 answers back, see what connects them. Any idea?
No.
No. Let's have a little look at the question. Which of these US cities has the largest population? Raleigh, Memphis, Dallas, Milwaukee, Bismarck, Minneapolis. OK, Christine, what do you think?
Educated guess at Dallas.
Dallas. If you think it is unbeatable, Christine, you can press that buzzer. It's worth £1,000 and will put you into the lead. If you press it and you're wrong, though, you'll go through with just 100. Your time to decide starts now.
3, 2.
Yes! Good work, Christine. Let's find out if Dallas is unbeatable. Yes! Well done!
Thank you.
Fantastic. Let's pop that £1,000 in your bank there. £1,100 puts you in the lead. Let's have a little look how these answers stack up. Yeah, 1.3 million.
Wow.
Dallas, 655,000 for Memphis, 586,000 for Milwaukee, 488,000 for Raleigh, 443,000 Minneapolis, all the way down to 74,000 in Bismarck. Well done, Christine. That puts you in the lead, and we'll see you in the next round.
Thank you.
Next up, it's Sean. Welcome to the game, Sean.
Hello.
Where are you from?
I'm from a small town called Belper in Derbyshire.
Yes, I know it well. I know it well. And what do you do for a living?
I'm a primary school teacher.
That was a tough old lockdown for you guys, wasn't it?
I can manage 31 kids, but my own 2, it's a nightmare.
Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine. Well, you can say goodbye at R3, can't you?
Exactly.
Yeah. Sean, what else do you get up to? What are your hobbies and interests?
I like sports. I've always been a bit of an adrenaline junkie, so I've been mountain biking, rock climbing. My main sport's probably football, though, really.
Oh, really? OK. Who's your team?
That's where the adrenaline comes in. I'm a Derby County fan.
Oh, wow.
Famous League One side.
Yeah, of course. Roller coaster each season. Yeah. And who's at home cheering you on today?
So my two children, Matilda and Ralphie, and my beautiful partner, Chloe.
Oh, lovely. And I guess all those kids in your class as well.
Exactly, that'll be, definitely.
That'll be a shock when they see Sir on the telly, won't
It will shock them. There'll probably be some memes made of me as well.
I can imagine, yeah. OK, Sean, if you won somebody today, what would you spend it on?
I think a holiday. I don't want the traditional sort of beach holiday. I want to sort of take the children to a museum and keep learning.
Oh, kids love that.
Fashion.
Kids love that on holiday, Sean.
Yeah,
they love being
definitely.
dragged around museums. Where would you go?
My partner and I, before we had the children, went like backpacking around South America.
Okay.
And now the children are at an age where they would appreciate it, so probably South America.
What a wonderful thing to do. Well, let's see if we can get you there. £1,100 to beat. Here is your first money-making question. Which of these is a name for a person who makes arrows? Fletcher or Luther?
So, funnily enough, we were at Nottingham Castle the other day, and we looked at the Robin Hood exhibition, and I'm pretty sure it's a Fletcher.
OK, let's find out if you were paying attention on the trip. Yeah, very good, £100 there. Pressure's on, isn't it, when you're a teacher?
It really is.
Right, let's get your second money maker. Which of these is a computer system used by UK police to investigate large-scale crimes? Is it Marple or Holmes?
I'm going to take an educated guess and go with Marple.
Marple. All right, let's find out. It was Holmes. Tough one, that. Holmes actually stands for Home Office Large Major Inquiry System. There you go, all learned something. Right, next question. The largest island of the Outer Hebrides is called what and Harris? Is it Lewis or Rebus?
My geography is pretty sketchy, but I think it might be Lewis.
Lewis?
Harris.
All right, let's find out. It is Lewis. Well done. Another £100 goes into your bank. Are you guys at home worked out how these 6 are related? Let's have a little look. Luther, Holmes, Rebus, Marple, Fletcher, Lewis. What do you reckon, Sean? What connects them?
Detectives or crime.
Yeah, looks like it, doesn't it? Let's get our unbeatable question. Which of these fictional detectives was created first? Luther, Holmes, Rebus, Marple, Fletcher, Lewis. Do you watch much crime or read much crime?
I do a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
I like reading crime novels.
All right, well, that's a good start.
But they're more modern ones. So I'm going to go with Holmes, Sherlock Holmes.
Sherlock Holmes, you reckon? OK, let's bring this down. If you reckon Holmes is unbeatable, you can press your buzzer. It's worth £1,000 if you're right. As you've seen already, we had Samantha, who had the unbeatable answer, but she didn't press it, so it was worth £500 for her. We have Christine, who pressed it, and it was worth £1,000. Let's see which way you're going to go.
3, 2, 1.
That was stillness.
Yeah.
Not sure.
My mind was going, but...
Yeah, fair enough. So you can't go into the lead now, but you can still bank £500. Let's find out if Holmes is unbeatable. It was unbeatable. Just like Samantha, you have won £500, but just not quite brave enough to press that buzzer. Let's have a little look how the answers all stack up. And quite a difference between Sherlock Holmes and Miss Marple. 1887, Arthur Conan Doyle, of course. 1927 was Agatha Christie and Miss Marple. Lewis from the Inspector Morse novels and TV from 1975. Jessica Fletcher, played by Angela Lansbury in Murder, She Wrote, 1984. John Rebus is Ian Rankin from 1987. And John Luther was created by Neil Cross in 2010. Sean, £700. We'll see you in the next round. OK, let's meet Nicholas. Hi, Nicholas.
Hiya.
Where are you from?
I'm from North West London.
Lovely. And what do you do there?
I'm a comms officer in local government.
OK. Any other hobbies or interests?
Yeah, loads. Quizzes, for example. I love a quiz. Sports. I adore sports.
Yeah.
I love reading. Into geography.
Oh, OK. That rarely comes up as someone's favourite subject, I'm going to tell you.
Well, it's definitely one of mine.
And when you say quizzes, do you mean like TV quizzes, or do you go to a local pub quiz with your mates?
I do quizzes by myself a lot, actually.
Oh, so you just go to the pub quiz and just sit in the corner of the pub by yourself?
Yeah, really no mates.
Give us a shout. I'll come with you.
Would you really? I mean, why do you think I'm here? I mean, you wouldn't answer my texts, emails, letters, Instagram DMs. So here I am.
Anyone at home cheering you on today, Nicholas?
Yes, my little daughter, 7, I say little, she's not that little really, 7 years old, Malia. So if I win, there'll be something she wants, I'm sure.
All right, lovely. Well, let's see if we can win you some money today, Nicholas. £1,100 to beat, and here is your first starter question. Which of these people won I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here in 2018? Harry Redknapp or David Walliams?
I'm pretty sure Harry Redknapp has won I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. Whether it was 2018, I don't know, but I'll go with that.
Harry Redknapp, let's find out for £100. There you go. Some backdoor sporting knowledge helped you out there. £100 goes into your bank. Here's your second moneymaker. Which of these people was born in New York City? Nick Grimshaw or Boris Johnson?
I do have a feeling that Boris Johnson was born in America, in New York. I'll go with Boris Johnson.
OK, let's go with Boris Johnson. Yeah, well done. Another £100 goes into your bank. Let's get your third final question. For a hat-trick and a clean sweep, who has won more Brit Awards than any other performer? Emma Bunton or Robbie Williams?
Emma Bunton's an interesting one. She'd have won all her Brit Awards as a member of the Spice Girls and not a solo artist, so I don't see why she'd have won more than any of the others. Got to be Robbie Williams.
Robbie Williams, OK. Let's find out for another £100. Yeah, a great process of elimination there. So, £300 in your bank, but are you feeling unbeatable? Let's get these answers all back up on the board. There you go. Let's get your question. All of these people have appeared on EastEnders, but which one appeared first? Emma Bunton, Nick Grimshaw, David Walliams, Robbie Williams, Harry Redknapp, Boris Johnson. The only way you can go into the lead, Nicholas, is to go unbeatable on this one. Can you find me the unbeatable answer? Do you watch much EastEnders?
No.
No.
You know what, I'll just say Emma Bunton.
Emma Bunton, OK. You're definitely taking £300 into the next round, but that won't put you in the lead. If you go unbeatable, it could do. You've got 3 seconds to decide whether or not Emma Bunton is unbeatable. Ah, there we go. That's the spirit. Why not?
Why not?
Why not? Let's find out if Emma Bunton is unbeatable. Yeah! Who knew your Spice Girl and EastEnders knowledge was so high? Look, let's put £1,000 in your bank. Let's have a little look how the answers all stack up. Yeah, Emma Bunton there, 1992. It was pre-Spice Girls, actually, as an actor.
Oh, she was a child actress, wasn't she?
There you go. It's all coming back now.
Okay, yeah, right.
95 was Robbie Williams. He was credited just as man using phone in Queen Vic. 2003, David Walliams. He played somebody called Ray on a Christmas Day episode. 2009, Boris Johnson played himself. Nick Grimshaw played a cleaner in 2013. And 2021, Harry Redknapp played himself. Nicholas, you look so stressed already. It's only round one.
I can't do any more. Done.
£1,300. That puts you in the lead for our head-to-head. We'll see you shortly.
Thank you.
That's the end of the Moneymaker. So let's have a look at what you've banked so far. Sean with a respectable £700. Samantha, £800. Christine, you were leading with £1,100 after going unbeatable. But Nicholas, no one more surprised than himself. £1,300 is currently our leader. Now it is time for the head-to-head. In this round, the contestants will compete against each other to stay in the game. Nicholas, you've banked the most money, so have a look at your colleagues and pick somebody who you want to go head-to-head against.
I just did eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
I was wondering what you were doing.
And it landed on Sean.
OK, it is Nicholas versus Sean. Let battle commence. This is a game of survival. One of you will be going through to the next round. The other will be going home with nothing. The first to win 2 boards will stay in the game. You'll both face the same board, take it in turns to choose an answer. You want to pick the unbeatable answer, but if you can't find it, just find me the answer that beats your opponent. Here is your first question board. Which of these events happened first in the life of Ryan Reynolds? Becomes engaged to Alanis Morissette. Named People magazine's sexiest man alive. Has first child with Blake Lively. Awarded star on Hollywood Walk of Fame. Buys Wrexham AFC. Marries Scarlett Johansson. Nicholas, you've got the advantage because you've got the most money. What's your Ryan Reynolds knowledge like, pal?
It's not amazing.
No?
Right. This is tough. I'm gonna go with engaged to Alanis Morissette.
Becomes engaged to Alanis Morissette. Sean, you a fan of Ryan Reynolds?
I completely agree why he was voted sexiest man alive.
I mean, obviously, I was livid what we're being second, but...
I'm probably going to go with marries Scarlett Johansson.
Marries Scarlett Johansson. Do either of you reckon you've got the unbeatable answer? If you do, you can hit your buzzer. If you're right, not only will you win £1,000, but you'll also win the first board. But if you're wrong, you'll hand that board and £100 to your rival. Your time to decide starts now.
3, 2, 1.
No, I didn't think that was going to happen, to be fair. So we'll battle this out, one answer at a time. Each battle you win is worth £100. First to 2 battles wins the board. We've got your first 2. Let's find out what the answer is. Becomes engaged to Alanis Morissette. Happened first. Well done. So £100 goes into your bank there, Nicholas. And you are 1 battle up. Sean, what do you reckon out of these 4?
I think I'm going to go with has first child with Blake Lively.
Has first child with Blake Lively. Nicholas.
I will go with named People Magazine's Sexiest Man Alive.
Named People Magazine's Sexiest Man Alive. We are looking for which one happened first. If it's named People Magazine's Sexiest Man Alive, you will win that second battle, Nicholas, and the first board. Let's find out. Yeah, well done. It is named People Magazine's Sexiest Man Alive, so that's the second battle to you, Nicholas, and you win the first board as well as £100. Let's have a look how the answers all stack up. And the unbeatable answer was becomes engaged to Alanis Morissette. You had it, Nicholas. 2004, that happened. 2008, he married Scarlett Johansson. 2010, named People Magazine's Sexiest Man Alive. 2014, he had his first child with Blake Lively. 2016, he was awarded star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. And then 2021, most randomly, he buys Wrexham AFC. So, Nicholas, 1 board up, 1 step closer to our decider. Here is your next question. Which of these animals typically spends the largest proportion of its day asleep? The giant armadillo, a human infant, owl monkey, brown bat, koala, tiger. This is according to the BBC Science magazine. Sean, you need this one to stay in the game. Can you find me the unbeatable answer?
I'm going to go with the brown bat.
The brown bat. OK. Nicholas, what do you reckon?
I'll go koala. I mean, I was going to say that bears, and I imagine bears sleep a lot, but they're not actually bears, I don't think. I think I'll still go koala.
Oh, OK. Koala. Let's go koala. If either of you feel like you've got the unbeatable answer in front of you, it's worth £1,000, but more importantly, it's worth that board. That board would send you through, Nicholas, or you to draw level Sean. Your time to decide starts now.
3.
Yes, Sean, well done.
In for a penny.
In for a penny. Bit of a risk, though, because you could have given the board to Nicholas rather than battling it out. Let's hope you're right. We're going to start with tiger. Put the tiger against the brown bat. But which of these animals sleeps the most? Yes, so far so good. The tiger, 15.8 hours. The human infant is next. Let's see how long they sleep for. Yeah, 16 hours apparently. Don't know which infant they tested. The owl monkey is next. But which of these animals sleeps the most? Let's find out. 17 hours for the owl monkey. The giant armadillo is next. Let's find out. Yeah, good stuff. 18.1 hours for the giant armadillo. So, koala, it comes down to your answer, Nicholas, versus your answer, Sean. But which one of you had the unbeatable answer? I can tell you there's under 3 hours in between them. Koala versus brown bat. Has Sean sent Nicholas through? Let's find out. Oh! It was the koala. Sean, I'm so sorry. £100 goes into your bank there, Nicholas, and you win that second board. Let's have a look how the answers stack up. Up to 22 hours, the koala. 19.9 hours, the brown bat. All the way down to the tiger at 15.8 hours. Sean, I'm so sorry, mate.
I've had a lovely day, though.
I'm glad you've had a lovely day.
No.
Got you out of the classroom for a little
It has,
bit,
yeah,
didn't it?
definitely.
Yeah, good stuff. Sean, it's been lovely to meet you. Safe journey back to Belper.
Thank you.
All right, take care.
Thank you.
Sean, everybody. So, Nicholas through to the next round, £1,600. But who will he face? It's time for Christine versus Samantha. So, it's same as before. First, the two boards will go through, and here is your first question board. Of these 6 people, who won Celebrity MasterChef most recently? Matt Dawson, Liz McClarnon, Kadina Cox, Angelica Bell, Aid Edmondson, Lisa Faulkner. Christine, you've got the most money after pressing that unbeatable buzzer.
Okay.
What do you reckon? Do you watch this show?
I do, yes,
Yeah,
yeah,
great,
love
isn't
it, yeah,
Same.
really love it. I've heard of all of them except Kadina Cox.
OK.
I shall go for Kadina Cox.
You're going to go for Kadina Cox, the one you'd not heard of?
Yes.
OK. Samantha, now you used to run a restaurant, so you're a bit of a master chef yourself?
I enjoy cooking, but since having the baby, I've hardly watched anything other than Teletubbies.
Yeah, of course, I understand that.
I'm going to go with Aid Edmondson.
Aid Edmondson, OK. Well, if either of you feel you've got the unbeatable answer, you can press that buzzer, worth £1,000 if you're right, plus the first board. But if you're wrong, though, like Sean was, you hand that board and £100 to your opponent. You've got 3 seconds to decide.
3, 2, 1.
No, I didn't think that was going to happen. All right, we battle this out one answer at a time. It's worth £100 for each battle you win. We've got your first 2, Kadina Cox and Aid Edmondson. But who has won Celebrity MasterChef most recently? Let's find out. Very good. Kadina Cox takes it. So that's the first battle to you, Christine. We put £100 in your bank as well. And Samantha, you get the next pick. Who do you reckon?
I'll go Angelica Bell.
Angelica Bell. All right. Christine, what do you reckon?
Matt Dawson.
Matt Dawson. All right. Who won Celebrity MasterChef most recently? If it's Matt Dawson, Christine, you've won this board. Let's find out. It wasn't. It was Angelica Bell. So, Samantha, you draw level on battles. £100 goes into your bank. And it's all down to this, Christine. Can you find me the board-winning answer?
Right. Process of elimination. I shall go for Liz McClarnon.
Liz McClarnon, which means, Samantha, you get Lisa Faulkner. Would you have chosen Lisa Faulkner?
I think I would have gone for Liz McClarnon, I think.
Well, I can tell you there's only 2 years between these 2 MasterChef winners. Let's find out who's winning this first board. Wow! It was Lisa Faulkner. So, Samantha, you take the second battle there. You would have been wrong.
I was lucky then, wasn't I, really?
So the first board comes to you and £100 goes into your bank. Let's have a look how the answers stack up. Did anyone have the unbeatable answer? And you had it, Christine. 2021, Kadina Cox. Angelica Bell, 2017. Aid Edmondson was 2013. Lisa Faulkner, 2010. Liz McClarnon was 2008. And all the way back to 2006, Matt Dawson. So, Samantha, wow.
I don't know how that happened. That was good.
Incredible. Well, we're down to this next board, and Christine, you need to win it to stay in the game. Let's have a look. Which of these types of race is shortest in terms of distance? Olympic open water swimming, Monaco Grand Prix, the Great North Run, final event of the decathlon, Olympic rowing, Epsom Derby. Samantha, you get first pick on this one. What do you think?
Yeah, sport is not my forte at all. I'm going to go with the open water swimming.
Open water swimming. Christine, what about you? What's your sporting knowledge like?
The same as Samantha's.
Okay.
I shall go for Olympic rowing.
Olympic rowing?
Yeah.
OK. If either of you feel unbeatable, you can press that buzzer. It's worth £1,000. If you're right, Samantha, that would send you through. Christine, it would draw you level. Your time to decide starts now.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, thought you might have risked that there, Samantha, being 1-0 up.
I'm just not being brave enough today.
No, we're not, are we? We're not. All right, we'll battle it out. One answer at a time. Olympic rowing versus Olympic open water swimming. But which race is shortest? Let's find out. It was Olympic rowing. Christine, well done. So the first battle comes to you. £100 comes into your bank. And you get this next pick.
I think I should go for Epsom Derby.
The Epsom Derby.
Yeah.
All right. You look like you might have gone for that one, Samantha.
No, actually, I was thinking, if it's a decathlon and it's the last one, they've already done quite a lot, so surely they wouldn't be so mean as to make it too long an event. This is So I'm going to go for the final event of the decathlon.
The final event of the decathlon. If Epsom Derby is shorter than the last event of the decathlon, then Christine has won this board and draws level. Let's find out. Oh, good logic, Samantha. Well done, I like it. So, it was final event of the decathlon, which means it's one battle each. We add £100 as well to your bank. And Samantha, you now are in control. Monaco Grand Prix, the Great North Run, but which of them is shortest?
Yeah, I'm like Christine. I've seen the Monaco Grand Prix and it goes on and on and on. And I know my partner at home will be like going, I have this on all the time. Yes, I do know that, which is why I leave the room. So,
I feel like this has turned into like marriage guidance here, Samantha.
Let's go for Great North Run.
The Great North Run, OK, which means, Christine, you end up with the Monaco Grand Prix. So, if Great North Run is shorter than the Monaco Grand Prix, then Samantha is going through. Christine needs it to be the Monaco Grand Prix. We're looking for the shortest race. Let's find out. Oh, it was the Great North Run. Second battle goes to Samantha. £100 into the bank, and you win that second board. Well done. Let's have a look how the answers stack up. And it was actually the final event of the decathlon. 1,500 metres was our unbeatable answer. The rowing in the Olympics is 2 kilometres. 2.42 kilometres is the Epsom Derby. The open water swimming at the Olympics is 10K, 21K for the Great North Run, and 260 kilometres for the Monaco Grand Prix. Which means, Christine, we've got to say goodbye.
Thank you.
What a shame.
Had a fab day.
I'm glad you've had a good day.
Thanks.
Christine, everybody. Well played, Samantha. Ruthless when it mattered. 2 boards to nil and £1,200 to take into our next round. And it's time for the decider. Whoever wins will play for their bank in today's final. It's Nicholas versus Samantha. Here is how it works. You're going to take it in turns to choose an answer. The first player to find the unbeatable answer wins the board. The sooner you find it, the more money you will bank. The first to win 2 boards wins the game. And here is your first question board. Which of these famous places is closest to London? Rio de Janeiro, Mount Popocatépetl, Grand Canyon, Victoria Falls, Great Barrier Reef, Mount Everest. So, Nicholas, you got the most money. You get to pick first. I bet you were delighted when London came out then, weren't you? Geography, London.
Yeah. I'm from London. I love geography. This one's very tough, though.
Yeah. Do you know where all 6 of those places are?
I know where 5 of them are. I can't remember where Mount Pop
the kettle on, it's called. Mount Popocatépetl.
I'm going to go with Victoria Falls.
Victoria Falls. For £1,000. Is Victoria Falls unbeatable? No. Second answer on the board, though. Samantha, there's one better. Can you find it? It's worth £800 in the first board.
I've got 2 I'm thinking of.
All right.
Similar to Nicholas, I'd not heard of Mount Popocatépetl. So why not go for the one I don't know? Let's go for Mount Popocatépetl.
Mount Popocatépetl. I'm sure they put it in there just to make me say it. Bet £800 and the first board. Let's find out if it's unbeatable. It's not, I'm afraid. That's the 5th answer on the board, which means, Nicholas, you get another go at this. Find me the unbeatable answer for £600.
I'm gonna go with Rio de Janeiro.
Rio de Janeiro. OK, it's worth £600 and the first board if Rio de Janeiro is unbeatable. No, the 4th answer on the board. Getting further away here, guys. Right, come on, Samantha.
It doesn't bode well for me, but, you know, I used to get Mount Everest and Snowdon mixed up.
Crikey, that makes the Three Peaks challenge a bit more difficult.
So let's go Mount Everest.
Mount Everest. Could it be? For £400 and the first board is Mount Everest closest to London. Yes, well done. £400 goes into your bank and you win the first board. Let's see how these answers all stack up. Mount Everest, 4,610 miles in the Himalayas. Victoria Falls is on the border between Zambia and Zimbabwe, 5,047 miles away. Arizona is the Grand Canyon, 5,127 miles. Rio de Janeiro in Brazil, 5,456 miles away. Mount Popocatépetl is in Mexico, 5,546 miles. And the Great Barrier Reef off the coast of Australia couldn't be further away, 9,504 miles away. Nicholas, you need this next one to stay in the game. Let's have a look. Which of these organisations was established first? The United Nations, the RAF, Amnesty International, Boy Scouts, NATO, Red Cross. What do you reckon, Samantha?
I'm going to go with Red Cross.
The Red Cross. If this is the unbeatable answer, it's worth £1,000 and you'll win the board that sends you through to the final to win it. Let's find out if the Red Cross are unbeatable. Yes! Well done! The unbeatable answer, £1,000 goes into your bank and you win that second board. Let's have a look how these answers stack up. 1875, the Red Cross. The Boy Scouts was 1908. 10 years later, 1918, was the RAF. The United Nations at the end of the Second World War, 1945. NATO for 1949. And most recently, Amnesty International, 1961. Nicholas, which means we have to say goodbye.
It's been a fun experience. It's been really good. Samantha's been amazing. So.
Was it more difficult than your average pub quiz, Nicholas?
Depends which pub.
Well, that's true.
Some tough pubs out there.
Not saying it's rough where I live, but the first question's, what are you looking at? Nicholas, everybody. Samantha, £2,600, not bad at all. We will see you in the final. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Welcome to the final, Samantha.
I'm so surprised to be here.
Some of it goes through osmosis, though. I think just some information's just sat in your brain and it just comes out at the right time. And thankfully for you, that right time was today. All right, so in our final, you can win either half your bank, all of it, or even double it to £5,200. The good news is you get to choose the category in the final. Then it comes down to one question. Let's have a little look at the categories. Magazines, US presidents, or neither. So neither is our potluck. It's if you don't fancy either of those two. What do you reckon?
I'm not tempted by US presidents at all.
No?
But let's go for magazines.
You think you'd rather go magazines than risk it with a potluck?
Yeah, there's some categories like sport, geography, generally, I need to stay away from. Better the devil you know in that.
Fair enough. OK, let's go with magazines then. And let's play the final. Good luck, Samantha. Here is your question. Which of these magazines had the highest average monthly circulation in 2021? The BBC Gardener's World, TV Times, Model Rail, Woman's Weekly, Country Life, The Angling Times. This is according to the Press Gazette. OK, Samantha, what do you reckon?
Something like Woman's Weekly. You know, we women like to sit with a magazine and read. That's probably quite a high up there one. But then again, TV Times has always been a really good staple favourite, hasn't it? So I'm torn between those two at the minute, Woman's Weekly and TV Times, I think.
More than Gardener's World and Country Life?
2021, obviously, people might have been a bit more inclined for Gardener's World because we've spent quite a bit of time in garden, possibly.
Look, what we need is to find an answer that beats 2 others. That could win half your pot, which is £1,300. To win the full pot, 2,600, I need 1 answer to beat 4. And if you find me the unbeatable answer, that is worth £5,200. So, what do you reckon?
I'm going to go for Women's Weekly.
Women's Weekly, let's bring that down. Samantha is hoping that Women's Weekly has the highest circulation in 2021. Can you find me a magazine that Women's Weekly can beat?
Angling Times.
The Angling Times, OK. Women's Weekly versus Angling Times. We're looking for the highest circulation. Let's find out. Yes, very good. So far, so good. Right, you've seen the fisherman off. Who's next?
Model Rail.
Model Rail. Let's bring that down. For £1,300, let's hope this is Women's Weekly. Yes, very good. So, £1,300. So now you've got a decision to make, Samantha. You can either go now with your £1,300, or if you can find me 2 more answers up there that Women's Weekly can beat, you could be leaving with £2,600. Bearing in mind, if you don't find 2, you leave with nothing.
Do I go for it?
I don't know.
I know. I'm going to take the money.
You're going to take the money?
I am.
You sure?
Yeah, you're going to make me watch it out, aren't you?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm going to take the money. Thank you very much.
All right, well done, Samantha. £1,300. What would you have chosen next?
Probably Gardener's World one.
So, BBC Gardener's World was the next answer that you were going to go for. Did you make the right decision to stop, or could you have been leaving with £5,200? Let's find out. Wow. If you'd have gone on, Samantha, you would have gone home with absolutely nothing.
No?
That was amazing. Let's have a little look at how all the answers stack up. Oh, you were close. You were close. If you'd have picked TV Times and Country Life, you would have won £2,600. But you can't be upset about that, can you?
Definitely not. I definitely made the right choice.
Our unbeatable answer was the BBC Gardener's World magazine, £258,000. Your answer, Women's Weekly, was £195,000, all the way down to £19,000 Angling Times. Samantha, that was a big breath out there.
That was, yeah. I honestly, yeah. My theory about reading more of that magazine definitely must have been in there, but I just didn't play it,
put it
did I?
into
Yeah,
logic.
yeah.
No, you didn't actually play your own theory there.
There you go.
Samantha, it's been lovely to meet you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
£1,300. Brilliant. That's it for today. Join us next time for more Unbeatable.